That we paid whatever
Got
premium
it.
for.
Yeah,
so.
Skype. I don't trust Skype. Skype has always sucked.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll just.
And then okay. So we're gonna record it, and then the topics are just like we said about authority with the vaccine, and there was something else you mentioned. I don't know how on.
Well,
topic
I just
you want
thought,
to keep it.
yeah. However you want to do it, I thought that since that was kind of the subject that got us into a tiff, that we could talk about sort of the CDC, sort of medical authorities and.
Okay, so what you have before you, for anyone who has been following the stuff going on between Ethan Klein and Steven Crowder, they ended up having a debate. Well, that's what it looks like at first. I'm your humble host, or K if you prefer, and I'm back with another video. So, this video, or debate, was rather a shit show and kind of nostalgic because it literally went to the level of internet blood sports. Now, for anyone who remembers that term, I know I just probably made a lot of you cringe to the point where it hurt. I'm sorry. But for those of you who have not seen this yet, go watch this. And here's what happens, because this happened a lot with internet blood sports or the Kumite backyard blood sports. So, and I don't want to play all of this because I don't want to get copyright struck. Like, please don't copyright strike me. This is transformative. Anyway, so gist of what has happened thus far. Steven and Ethan have been going back and forth, poking at each other via their podcasts and videos, and it's over the vaccinations, the masks, Fauci, who people like to prop up on a pedestal, like, oh, save us, Fauci. Anyway, so for those of you who have been following his stuff a little bit with Fauci, he had a bunch of his emails leaked due to a FOA, which is a Freedom Act of Information. And so in those emails, you will find that he's actually telling people that masks don't work, that it could stop maybe a cough, droplet, or spit, but it does not stop infectious diseases. When you buy masks at the store, because you'll see this, whether they're the disposable ones or the washable ones, you will see on there, this does not stop infectious diseases. And there was a talk about how COVID was airborne and how you have to be 6 feet and this, all this stuff, and I don't believe half of it. And for me, let me just point this out there. I think that there is something going around, but I don't think it's to the level that the government and everyone else is saying, oh, well, we have to mask, we had to shut everything down. No, this was used more as a political tool, in my opinion, and we're still seeing the ramifications of that, but that's neither here or there. Let's get back to this. So, they ended up discussing over in DMs of having a debate. And this is what it looks like. They're discussing the terms, how they want to stay on topic, normal stuff for anyone who's actually been in a live stream debate or in a recorded debate. You go over, hey, how much on topic do you want to stay? Do you wander off? How long do you want to do this for? So, pretty standard stuff, right? Right? Well, here's where it gets interesting, and I'm going to see if I can skip, because again, I don't want to play all of the audio. I don't want to get copyright struck. So right now we're at 6:35. Okay, so here we go. So this is the part, okay. So watch what happens. We are 8 minutes and 2 seconds in. Watch.
About is, the initial quote that happened. I think he's looking.
No, yeah. Crowder's getting ready to comment. Notice how he's looking off to the side there. Also to note, at the beginning of this, is Crowder had called what Ethan is getting ready to do next. Watch.
Off there. The initial quote that kind of was turned into a little bit of a meme, which wasn't intentional, and was you saying you don't even have to think about it regarding the CDC. And I disagree with that. I think people
Which I'm going to point out here real quick, because, yeah, you don't even have to think about it. That was a big thing that Ethan shot at Crowder with. Oh, well, just follow the science, bro. You don't even have to think about it. Just do what the CDC tells you. No, and hell no. First off, the vaccine itself is not a real vaccine. It's a spike protein that they shoot into your arm, which, for anyone who's actually read about what happens when that goes into your arm, your body is supposed to break all that down, but then what else? As far as I read, nothing else is really explained, and people have dropped dead from it. You have medical officials who are refusing to take it, and not just in the state of Texas. So, I'm not taking the vaccine. I don't trust it. It was rushed. There's too many mixed results with it. And then the stuff with Fauci, because I believe I've mentioned this already, is the masks don't work. They have never frickin' worked. Anyway, as you can see, Ethan has brought on someone else. And I had to look to see who this other person was because I had no freaking idea. Crowder will say who he is. Just watch.
Should think about it, I believe. And we talked about this through Playful Ribbing in an aggregation of medical authorities and scientific voices to make an informed and rational decision. So where do you think that I'm wrong on that?
Stephen, do you know that the Spartans are like practice man love with children?
Oh, geez. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. What did I tell you? He was going to do anything he could to avoid. Oh, there he is. Oh no, Sam Cedar. What a fucking nightmare.
So, for anyone who doesn't know this is, and I had to go look this up, Sam Cedar is a political commentator / comedian, and he's also considered to be of the left. I have no idea who this is, and the fact that Ethan even brought him in to debate on his half, first off, had nothing to do with what they agreed with. Like, usually when you do debate, this is why I call this IBS, Internet Blood Sports, because what had happened with that, for anyone who watched the Kumite or any variation of that, is they would sneak people into the call and just have them dive bomb the person who they were debating. It's happened to me. It's happened to other people. This went to the level of Internet Blood Sports, and I'm sitting here thinking, like, what in the hell am I watching? Why? So Ethan's the one that started shit-talking, started all of this. Crowder responded. Ethan responded back. And so it's kind of been a back and forth, and it's over the COVID stuff. Like, I'm so over it. So many other people are so over it. I know you have the big celebrities still pushing the masks and vaccines, and I'm just so fucking over it. Anyway, just listen, because it turns into a real shit show.
Stephen,
I had no idea this was going to happen. I thought Ethan was a stand-up guy. This is where we are. Yeah, well, Dave, remember I told you? I said, I guarantee you he's going to do anything he can to avoid the debate.
Well, I just think he believes that he should debate you.
No, he doesn't. He just takes advantage of women with, mental health issues.
Stephen.
Ethan Klein.
So this is going to be in the description. One thing I want you to go look at, because he does release the DMs between him and Ethan. And again, I'm not trying to play the whole thing. Simply because it's actually kind of mentally taxing to listen to. Oh, here we go. And for those of you who used to watch the Kumite and the other channels that were doing different variations of Internet Blood Sports, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Just people over talking each other. But it was a really cowardly and slimy thing for Ethan to do, to bring Sam Cedar on, which is a comedian, because I thought at first when Sam appeared, I thought he was some sort of medical personnel. I was like, okay, I guess Ethan went to go bring a medical personnel on with him, or a doctor, or something. And when he said the name, I went to go look him up. I'm like, this is a freaking comedian. What the Anyway, so here are the DMs here. I'm actually going to let Crowder explain it, so...
Hey, we'll talk, you and I, man to man. No one else will come in. Matter of fact, I was going to say, if I have my phone, I can take a picture right here.
Oh, so let me actually go back to that. So, yeah, hey man, thanks for reaching out. I do appreciate it, really. Anyone who enters the arena has my respect. So this is games between Crowder and Klein. So again, this has reached Internet Blood Sports level. Holy cow. And then here's the other part highlighted. You can use it too if you want to run it unedited. Obviously, no tricks, no zags, just you and me. I'll make sure none of my buddies are in the studio to be any kind of distraction, and we can talk about, let's see. We could talk about the disagreement and we fundamentally have initially on trusting authoritative sources and to what degree due to diligence is appropriate. Let's see, can we do one debate on your show and what? One on yours? Yeah, your producer though. Can you email my guy Dan? So yeah, it was supposed to be 101. Again, you saw a lot of this sneaky shit on the Kumite, and I just had a nostalgic moment going, I've seen this shit before, and it's happened to me. I've had people dogpile on me before, and it fucking sucks. But with this, you bring a comedian on to fight for what?
You and I, man to man, no one else will come in. Matter of fact, I was going to say, if I have my phone, I can take a picture right here. There's no prompter. It's just him on a call, and he's terrified. I don't know how someone like that can...
So Crowder stated the terms, it's just you and me, and Ethan goes, okay, let's just do you and me. Let's see, and this is an email... Darren here from Louder with Crowder. Understand our guys have been corresponding on Twitter about connecting for debate. We're thinking about next Monday, 6/14th at 11 a.m. Central, 9 Pacific via Skype. I would ask that you stick to the details that Ethan agreed to in Twitter DM with Steven. We never play gotcha with these things and would expect the same. Please just shoot me your Skype handle. We'll be good to go. Thanks so much for making it happen, Dan. I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, Ethan agreed 101. And again, this is what they would call bitch made in the IBS sphere. It just wasn't cool. And, I used to watch Ethan Klein here and there. His content wasn't too bad. And then he started to do some, shady stuff. There was a game, I think it was a mobile game that him and his partner, I don't remember if it's his girlfriend, wife, I don't remember. But him and his partner were to create this mobile game and raised a bunch of money for it. And I guess it had a bunch of DLCs or downloadable content. And a lot of people were really upset about it. And then you had the stuff with Keemstar. Keemstar had criticized Ethan, and I forget over what. And Ethan had forced Keemstar to apologize to the powers of YouTube. And Ethan has turned into a YouTube show. And as you can see, he talks shit, but he can't back up shit. I did see a lot of comments in regards to, people saying, oh, hey, Crowder just debates college students. Crowder doesn't know what he's talking about. That Sam Cedar wiped the floor with them. And it just, honestly, with me, no, because I'm not going to play it. When you guys go watch the full thing for yourselves, the unedited version, it is the same crap, the same format, the same clusterfuck you would hear on the Kumite of a bunch of people over talking and screaming at each other. Insults and try to get one up. So, overall, the situation was shit. I don't know anything about Sam Cedar, but from what was described, he just kind of has a reputation of talking out of his butt. Again, I've never watched the guy. I actually had to go look up who he was. But it was a bad situation all around. People trying to say, oh, well, Crowder won, Cedar won. This was not good. If I had somebody dive bomb my show, or if somebody else brought in another person, no. That's not something I would put up with, to be honest. That's just me. I think it's shit. What happened here was slimy, and Ethan did prove that he cannot back up his own arguments. If you are not willing to stand on the things that you talk about and that you claim, you're just a coward. This was such a cowardly thing. Now, the way that Crowder handled it, because apparently he has a reputation with Sam Cedar and vice versa, so I cannot comment on that too much, because again, I don't know who the hell Sam Cedar is. I just know from the little I read, political commentator, comedian, and Crowder and Cedar apparently don't like each other to a very extreme degree. Whatever. So, but as regards to it handled, I don't know, guys. I really don't. I'm familiar with this format. I think the format's shit. But at the same time, I mean, it sounded like there was a lot of balled up tension. Honestly, I don't know what I would have done in that situation. I just really don't. I probably would have kicked the person off. I mean, they were constantly trying to call out to Ethan because here's the thing. When you watch the unedited version, you're constantly hearing Ethan because he starts responding to Crowder and Dan, or excuse not Dan. The other guy he has on there keeps talking to Ethan and saying, hey, are you actually going to talk to us? Why did you bring someone else to debate for it? Why are you hiding behind Cedar? Which is an excellent point. If you set up a debate, you think bringing on someone that to hide behind is going to make you look good at all? If anything, as I said, you can't stand behind your points for shit. And Ethan, as I've noticed, has talked a lot of smack, and he'll just like stuff with the Trisha Paytas, and that's another dumb thing this dude has gone and done. Like, he's brought on a full-on drama cow to his show. I mean, and now he has trouble from this same individual. It's like, well, what do you expect? Stop doing stupid. And now this is his latest stunt, and it's like, dude, you just made yourself look bitch-made in front of thousands, and if not millions of people. Like, that... I'm not saying the way that Crowder handled it was spectacular. It was mentally taxing to listen to, and I literally had to stop it and skip to the DM part, but at the same time, it was shit. This could have been and this is a lot of what a lot of people are pointing out, this could have been a good discussion. But bring it on, because people were also saying, oh, well, how come Crowder didn't debate Cedar? I mean, the media is saying that Crowder fled. Crowder didn't freaking flee from Cedar. I mean, it was shit to bring Cedar on to begin with. And the fact there was already tension between Crowder and Cedar from whatever past dramas or situations that they had. I mean, what? Okay, so here's my question I want to ask, okay? So if Cedar's a political commentator, and also Crowder is a political commentator, what makes Cedar more educated than Crowder in regards to this? Again, I have no idea who Cedar is, okay? So I'm legit asking a serious question here. So the media, because I've seen 3 different articles, you have Forbes, you have Business Insider, you have Yahoo News, because I'm like, oh, is this actually being talked about? And I typed in to Google, and yeah, the media is trying to make it, oh, well, Steven Crowder fled. It's like, are you shitting me? He tried to call out to the person he was supposed to have the debate with. Like, I don't know how hard this is. I get it, though. I really do, and it's a shit thing people do to each other via live stream. I can't remember the last time I've done a live stream debate. I actually had someone try to do a stream with me, but all they wanted to get was a show, cocky little shit. And it's like, I'm not giving you a show, dude. I'm not in the mood to argue with stupid. So this is before my Twitter got nuked, of course, because this was public tweets back and forth. But I believe it was also over the COVID stuff. So I'm so sick of this shit. Anyway, so yeah, there's the video, and I wanted to post my response to it because I'm just going like, what the fuck am I watching? It's almost like internet blood sports is a thing again. It was a clusterfuck. It really was. And again, it sounds like there's some real tension between Crowder and Cedar. Again, I have no idea what that tension is, but when you bring on someone, and here's another thing too, because this is a tactic, and I've seen this again. This is why I bring up the Kumite and internet blood sports. When you bring someone on, when you sneak someone on someone else's show, and you know this person has beef with the host of the show, you already know it's going to be shit show, so you're already bringing on the individual who you know it's not going to have an intellectual debate. There's going to be no logic. There is going to be no talking. They're just going to be screaming, yelling, and insults. And that's pretty much what happened here. So Ethan went and got someone who disliked Crowder, and I believe that fact was known, and snuck him on the show. It's a shit tactic. So at that point, that tells me, and that tells the audience, you weren't even there for an intellectual debate at all, and you brought someone else just to start shit. Now you're gonna have this big media storm trying to paint Crowder as some sort of coward, and it's like, no, like, what the I hate this shit. I really do. And, oh my god, it was bad. It was really freaking bad. And anyway, because this has gone on for 20 minutes, I've rambled a lot, but oh my gosh, this was nostalgic and one of the most painful things I have listened to in a really, really long time. What are your guys' thoughts below? And tell me, if you were hosting a live stream, whether it be Discord, through Discord, Skype, Google Hangouts, and you were supposed to debate somebody, and that somebody brought on another person who they knew had beef with you, what would you guys do in that situation? Would you guys kill the show? Would you guys kick them off? Would you bring them on for a possible screaming match? What would you guys do? Because at that point, if I can read the room properly, it would be an indicator to you that they're not there for a proper debate. They're just there to start shit. Which Ethan started this entire thing to begin with, so by opening his mouth and talking shit. But anyway, tell me what your guys' thoughts are below, and what the heck would you guys do with this mess? Like, seriously, if this happened to you, have a good one.